Hello.
What is the good word, my man?
The good word is mice.
I was going to say completion because, I, like you, am obsessed with completing small details, and here we are. Can you believe it? We have now, as of tonight, completed an overview of 338 years of Spartan military dominance in one way or another. And it all comes down to this Megalopolis. And I believe you're going to tell us all about it tonight, right?
Absolutely.
Lead on, sir.
So when Alexander crosses the Hellespont, he knows he can't leave Macedonia without anybody in charge. So he appoints his friend and supporter, Antipater, as regent of Macedonia and general of Europe. After Alexander's second great victory in 333 BC against Persia at the Battle of Issus, the Persian satraps start funneling money to the Spartans to encourage rebellion. Under King Aegeus III of Sparta, he begins to form a small army. Meanwhile, Antipater is busy with a revolt of Thracians and is busy dealing with them. And in 331 BC, an entire Macedonian army of 30,000 soldiers is destroyed around the Danube. This is the perfect moment for Sparta to revolt. Members of the League of Corinth, like Arcadia and Argos, support Sparta, who managed to raise an army and start the revolt. Athens was also invited, but they politely declined, saying, "Good day, sir." In the summer of 331 BC, Aegeus III defeated the Macedonian army in the Peloponnese, and he also defeated the garrison at Corinth. Then he laid siege to the city of Megalopolis in Arcadia. This city was built by the Thebans after their victory over Sparta in the Battle of Lucretia, and sort of marks the border between Sparta and the rest of the Peloponnese. When Antipater hears about this revolt, he immediately makes peace with the Thracian tribes by forgiving them. It's okay. It's all right. You rebelled, but it's over now, and we'll leave you alone. Alexander sends Antipater 30,000 talents, which he uses to gather an army of 40,000 men. When Aegeus heard that Antipater was coming, he wasn't having much success with this siege at Megalopolis, so he begins to withdraw to the south to find a suitable place for the upcoming battle. He stops between two big hills on a road leading to Laconia. And he wants to use this space to his advantage to try and even the odds in the battle against the larger Macedonian army. Antipater's army is full of Macedonian troops, Thessalian mercenaries, Greek allies, and other Europeans, while Aegeus's troops were about 20,000 men, of whom half were Greek mercenaries who fled from the Battle of Issus against Alexander, and about another 10,000 people gathered from all around the Peloponnese. He also had about 20,000 cavalry, but history is a little vague on how the cavalry figured into this battle. The battlefield's not very wide, so there's not a whole lot of space for maneuvers. So it's just a straight up frontal assault. And in the beginning, the Spartans break through the Macedonian lines and cause some casualties. But because of the Macedonian numbers, they are able to form up and push back. The fighting is furious, a lot of one-on-one fights, but because of the number advantage, Macedonians can keep feeding people into the fight while the Spartans start whittling down due to casualties and injury. The Spartan king, Aegeus III, gets knocked unconscious. And at this point, the Spartans begin to lose heart and begin to fall back. The Spartan king recovers his consciousness, and then, raised on his knees, he keeps fighting in order to buy more time for his troops to escape before he is struck down by a javelin. With the Spartan king dead, the Spartans sue for peace. The Macedonians had about 1,000 to 300 wounded or dead, while the Spartans lost over 5,000 men, with almost everybody else being wounded in some way. After the battle, Antipater didn't really take part in the peace negotiations, which kind of cheesed off Alexander. He let the Peloponnesians organize their own peace terms. As a result, Sparta gave 30 of its most famous nobles as hostages, while their allies were forced to pay an indemnity of 120 talents to Megalopolis to pay for the damage the siege had done. And this was pretty much the end of Spartan hegemony in the Peloponnese. At least their king, Aegeus III, goes out on top like a boss, much like Leonidas did all the way back at the Battle of Thermopylae.
Yeah, well, that was the thought that when you said he's up on his knees fighting, I had one word appear in my head, and that was badass. And then you said, oh, he got taken out by a javelin. I was like, oh, what a way to go. Well,
But he did take a few of them with him.
sure he did. Sure he did. Well, I've got the War Council open here tonight. This is our last one, not only of this expansion, but this is it. This is the last War Council for Ancients, asterisk. But for the most part, for our whole series, this is the last time that I'm going to do this for you here. Our War Council tonight, I will start the first game as the leader of the Macedonians. I will be Antipater. I will have 5 command cards. Peter will have the Spartans, and he will have Aegeus the Third. And he will also have 5 command cards. Tonight it's a 7 banner battle, which is something I really appreciate. 6 or 7 is like my sweet spot. 8 is a little long because you just never know how that's going to shake out. Our last special rules here for this final one, as expected, the Hoplite Infantry rule is in effect, so all of these hoplites can be activated with any mounted or mounted charge cards, and we have 2 5-block Spartan hoplite units down here. So that is the last time we will see them as well. This one, like you said, it seems like it's set up with the frontal assault in mind, especially strategic hills on either side. Something we haven't seen in a bit are warriors, which it has been quite a bit of time since we've seen warriors in any of our battles here, especially in
Probably those European Germans.
exactly. Yeah, and you can definitely look at this and see what a mishmash it is. That it really simulates it well. And then, like you said, history is vague on cavalry, and I was like, here you go. Here, have some horses on either side. We're not sure how many, but have some horses represented. With those 2 anchor points there, with the 2 leaders and the 2 heavies for the Macedonians, it seems like they want you to just go right in there and kill something. I don't know. I have not got too many thoughts. Of course, the cards are going to determine a lot of what we do. I know I am deficient by 9 banners as we start this battle tonight. So I'm hoping I can bring it as close as possible as we wrap up this whole project. Let's draw some cards. Get underway. 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I have 5 as well.
All right, well, for the last time, let me wish you good luck, Ancients.
And good luck to you as well.
Thank you. And these cards are terrible. This is not what not what I wanted at all. So let's see if we can make something out of it. I will activate my light troops. We've got hills everywhere.
Yes, your bowmen are stuck behind the hills. They're quite out of position.
Worthless. So I'm going to put him up on the hill. Oh, let me activate 2. So we'll have 1, 2, 3. Come up on the hill there. We'll come up on the hill. And we'll come up on the hill. And they will support. And the slingers over here will just stand and throw because they're jerks.
They are.
All right.
I hate slingers.
Let's start with them, because let's see how jerky they're going to be tonight. So these 2 slingers will throw rocks up onto your slingers. Pelt away, my man. And they get 1. And here the light cavalry will threaten. What would they like to do?
They'll stand.
All right. So we have 2 dice coming at you. And we get nothing for our troubles.
They'll fight back with 2 dice.
Take a hit. Okay.
Hills aren't meant for horses.
No, they are not. These light bow have moved, so they will just get 1 die from hill to hill. Nothing. these lights down here have moved. So 1 die up on the hill. Lots of leaders, man. If I had a leader present for range attack, that would be awesome. But that's not how that works. So back to you.
I think I will also activate some light troops. Let's start over here. The Auxilia attacking your Auxilia, hill to hill. I think that caps them at 3 dice, correct? And that's all they can roll anyway, so here we go. 3 dice. And 2 hits.
And I will give you back 3 dice. And take 1 hit.
And we'll fire a bow shot from hill to hill. A retreat.
I will ignore.
All right. These slingers will throw some stones at your heavies.
Boo.
And then this Auxilia will attack your cavalry. What would it like to do?
They will evade.
Okay, 3 dice. Fade away, unscathed. This one's scary. Who's going to be the first to cross that no man's land?
Exactly. So they're not very effective. Do 2 on the right. We'll activate these 2 since they're on the hill already. We'll do some battling on the hill. 3 to 3. Getting a hit.
Battling back with 3. Also getting a hit.
And then the light bow did not move. Same target, 2 dice. Nothing.
We'll activate 2 on the left. Being those 2. 3 dice to that Auxilia. Ooh.
They saw it coming. They're going to see if they can finish,
All right.
finish you first. 3 dice. Oh, just 1. Close.
From the hilltop, we will let fly a hail of arrows at Antipater himself. 2 dice. Nothing.
All right. Well, we'll continue this busyness over here. We'll do 3 on the right. First,
Fresh horses.
yes. First, we'll start with the bow. So we'll see if we can decimate them with a hail of arrows. 2 dice. We do not. Same from this group. They'll throw their javelins uphill. 2 dice. Forcing a retreat. And now, cavalry has nothing.
What are my light troops? Being those 5. Start with the Auxilia, going after that mounted cavalry. What would it like to do?
It will stand.
Okay, 3 dice.
Apparently they won't stand that much. Alright, so a hit and a retreat. 1, 2, and 3.
Another withering hail of arrows at Antipater. here. Auxilia is fighting downhill. Means they roll 3 dice, right?
That is correct.
Against your light slingers. Nothing.
And we get 2 back up the hill. Also nothing.
And 2 more sling stones at those heavies. Hey! Bad we blew all those double leader rolls because
Yeah.
leader check. All right.
I don't like this at all. This is no bueno. I think I'm going to do... We're going to continue the cavalcade of lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do those. Gonna try something stupid here.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it might work. Okay. So let's start with the bows over here. We have 2 dice, hill to hill. That's 1 hit. And I'm going to see if we can't score a flag on these guys, because they'll run back farther. So 2 dice to them. No. Okay. Now we'll do... Don't expect this to last, but... 2 dice hill to hill. Scoring a retreat.
All right. So I retreat 1, which I can't take, so I take the hit. Cornered, so I get to fight back. 3 dice.
Oof. But they stand! Let's see about this one. 2 dice. Oh, yeah!
There's what you were hoping for. All right. Whittle down, but still scrappy. 3
Yep.
dice.
Okay, well, we gotta take that. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright. Very cool.
Medium troops. Probably regret not activating that medium cavalry and finishing off those slingers, but gotta get my guys into formation.
Yeah, gotta take the
Uh-oh.
take the bait. So do those 4. Let's see. So they're gonna go there. They can go up to 3, but must battle. And they're just gonna go forward to there. Okay. Let's see if we can't roll this line up a little bit here.
Gonna move Auxilia.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we'll start down here. So we're going to have 5 dice plus leader. And score 3 hits.
More dice coming back at you. Scoring 2 hits.
2 hits.
And you can take that retreat if you want.
Take the leader check.
That's true.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
2 more hits.
So the warriors will fight them as well with 4 dice plus leader. Getting one hit.
Four dice back.
Hmm.
3 hits.
Alright, well, just because you can doesn't mean you should, I guess is the lesson of this, but we'll go 4 dice against your medium hoplites. 2 hits.
Mm. 2 hits back.
Okay, and we will take that retreat. And then 3 with the same 3 dice. Just 1.
Give as good as I got.
Mm-hmm.
I must take advantage and activate a line command. First up, lights against those heavies with 4 dice.
Hmm.
Your unnamed leader lives. All right. Attacking those warriors with these hoplites. Ooh, just got him. Here's the risky one. Hoplites against those mediums with 4 dice. Only 1. Mm. And hoplites against that auxilia. And they will be the target of my ire. What would your singers like to do?
They will depart.
2 dice going uphill. Another wasted leader check. Okay, over here. Let me think. No, the auxilia will not attack. These light bowmen will still pepper Antipater. There's a hit.
Okay.
And leader check. He's fine.
Okay, well, let's do I am Spartacus. Let's see what we get with my 5 dice. Not much. Not much. This one. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 up the hill. And
Okay.
we're going to battle against them.
All right. 4 dice.
So it is going to be 3 dice. Because it's cavalry hill to hill plus 1. So 3 dice plus leader. Forcing a retreat.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, so
Not what you were hoping for.
not what I was hoping for. We're going to go there, advance, 1 more, and we'll attack them. What would they like to do?
You'll evade.
Okay, so now it's going to be 4 dice. Green circles only. Just 1. Alright, reshuffle, draw.
Two in the center. Those 2. These hoplites will bravely throw themselves at your slingers. What would they like to do?
They will evade.
4 dice. Nothing. So these hoplites will attack your mediums.
This is not going well at all. Do leadership any section? Do that. It's going to be 3 dice plus leader. They will advance, move 1, battle again. 3 dice plus leader.
Okay. Battling back with 4 dice.
Okay, well, we'll take that. 1, 2, and 3.
3 on my left flank. All right, this auxilia will move up here. Move out of harm's way. These will fire another hail of arrows at Antipater. Nothing. Okay, attacking downhill on those light infantry. What would they like to do?
They will evade.
3 dice. Nothing.
Okay, we will activate our medium troops. Do those 4. Alright. Let's attack up the hill at those light bow. What would they like to do?
We'll stand.
Okay, there's 2 dice. Just a hit.
2 dice back downhill.
Sticky dice!
No streaks in the dice roller.
Right. Okay. Then we'll come here and do this with 4 dice plus leader. 1 hit. And here's a leader check. And 1 retreat you must take. That is all.
Leadership, any section. This section. Aegis is going to go after that medium cavalry. What would it like to do?
Evade.
4 dice. I'm trying.
Man. Cannot catch a break in this one.
All right, hoplites against those mediums. 4 dice. 2 hits. And a retreat. That means going after the cavalry with 4 dice. What would you like to do?
They'll evade.
Just 1 hit. Here's a leader check. You're fine.
Do 3 in the center. Brave last stand here. Tipiter against the medium hoplites there. 5 dice plus leader. 3
Oof.
hits. And a retreat you may take if you wish.
No, we'll stand and fight back.
Okay.
4 dice.
That's it.
That is it.
Man,
Right.
I some of those nights when the streak was going in my favor, I was like, I wonder what he's feeling like over there. Now I know. It's 7-2, so 7 banners. So take 5 on that one. I got some work to do on the second one. See if I can reverse that. Otherwise, I'm gonna be digging a hole again. Yeah, I will reserve my comments on the Macedonian side here for the next game. But until then, good job on the first game. Well done. That was pretty spectacular. That center just crumbled. Every one of my offensives just sucked. It was either just missing everything or was just shy of what I needed to eliminate. So that is, and that's just death in this game because that sets you up for the counterattack, which you effectively mopped up, 4 units that way? 3 or 4. So I will walk this off. I will salve the sting. I'll rub some dirt on it. And we'll come back with round 2 momentarily. We've returned, and I'm hoping the gods of luck and fortune will be on my side as I take the Spartans this time. Be brave, my hoplites. Why don't you draw some cards and lead us off?
Let's see what my hand is. All right.
Okay. Well, let me wish you good luck on this one.
And let me wish you good luck. You need it.
I
You can do this.
I can do it.
Let's see. So you were 9 banners behind, plus 5.
So
you're
I'm now,
14
yeah, we're
now.
at 14 right now down. So the
Can't
best I can
catch
do
me. All you can do
is make it to 7. If you shut you out here on this one, I can make it a 7 banner difference to finish the series.
okay. Activate 2 units on my right flank.
This looks vaguely familiar.
Since these guys only moved 1, they will get to fire. Hilltop to hilltop. 1 die against your bowman. Wasted leader check.
Okay. Well, I feel like we need to build some kind of a response here. So we'll do this. I'll have them go there. We'll have a slap and tickle fight between the bowmen. And do 1 die first from hill to hill. Nothing. And then said tickle fight here. 2 dice. What would they like to do? Okay.
I'll stand.
Pulling out our punching daggers. We give them a retreat. Hurrah! Get off the hill. And then now we have Auxilia versus Auxilia. Pulling out the dukes. 3 dice. Send him away. Okay. That was better than I expected.
Well, no longer an ideal position for this, but I'll do it anyway. I'll darken the sky. Rocks, spears, and arrows. Those are really the only 2 units that will be affected.
Chuck yon dice.
All right, here we go. First 2 dice against your slingers. Hit and a retreat.
I still hate you. Alright, so back 1, it is blocked, and we'll take another one.
And then the second attack will be against these hoplites in massed formation. 2 dice. Nope. 2 spears against that auxilia on the hill. Nope. And 2 more. Nope. Oh well.
I will also activate these light troops again. Alright. Let's move these guys 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Up there, and the other ones will stand pat. Okay, so we're going to first send a volley of 1 down to your light bow. Send them away! Send 2 down to these auxilia. Nothing. 2 dice down the hill, or 3 dice down the hill. Push them back. We'll send 1 die against your light cavalry there.
Dastardly.
Yes! Polish your best granite! Oh, just a hit. And finally...
I can hear the disappointment in your voice at getting a hit.
Oh, just a hit.
Just a hit.
Just a hit. Alright, and then what would those light slingers down there like to do? Got horse in the sky. Riders in the sky. Oh,
I'll stand.
I get a stand? Okay, here's 2 dice. Yeah, just a hit.
2 dice back at you.
So that's a hit. There we go. And I believe that has completed my turn.
Outflanked. Those 4 units. Attacking uphill with 2 dice from my auxilia. Nothing.
Battling 3 dice downhill. Hit.
All right. Fresh horses. Going after your bowman now with 2 dice.
They will evade.
Missed. Screaming warriors attacking uphill. Against your slingers.
We're gonna stand.
All right, here we go. 2 dice. 1 hit.
All right, punching daggers downhill. 2 dice. Get a hit. They are stunned.
And medium cavalry against your light cavalry.
They're gonna stand.
2 dice.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
And we'll climb the hill and go after your slingers.
All right, so this time they will evade. Ah, didn't matter. So it's back to me. 2, 3 on the left. Those 3. Alright, battling downhill. What would you like to do?
We'll evade this.
Okay, 3 dice. Looking for triangles. Got 1. 2 dice from Auxilia on the hill. Nothing. And 1 die at your mediums off in the range. Nothing.
Gonna activate 4 on the left. This 4. Screaming across the hilltop. Okay. Slingers against the hoplites. 2 dice. Oof. Warriors screaming downhill on the Auxilia. 3 dice. Hit.
2 back up the hill. 2 hits. Haven't seen swords in a while.
Mm-mm.
What are they gonna do?
Cavalry against cavalry.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I can't. They're equal, so I have to take it.
Oh. 3 dice downhill. 1 hit.
And I will give you 2 back up the hill. Nothing. Well, I hate to use it, but I gotta.
Hoplites going into action.
That was 5.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, and go there. Alright, how do we approach this? Let's do this one first. It's going to be 3 dice, hill to hill, forcing the retreat. They will simply advance there. Cavalry will do 3 dice, hill to hill. Okay.
3 dice for strike. 1 hit.
And 3 back. Retreat. We will advance, move 1, and battle again on them. 2 dice downhill, or 3. There we go. And that is all.
I am Spartacus.
See a bunch of flags.
All right. A little bit of everything.
This is the part of the video where people would put the comments down there in the bottom saying, I can't believe what incredible luck Peter had and what poor luck Patrick had. It's uncanny.
So those units. They will move there. They will move there. They'll move there. All right. First up, light slingers charging uphill.
Yeah, we'll evade that.
3 dice. Unhorsed. Heavies attacking your hoplites with 6 dice.
Well, a tie is now impossible for the knight.
Advance and press the attack. 6 dice against those hoplites. 1, 2, 3.
Check that leader.
Yeah, leader check.
How about 4 back with leader? That'll do.
How about 2?
Here's a leader check on him. Nope, wrong symbol.
All right. Over here. Charging uphill with 3 dice. Nothing.
Okay, there's 3 back.
Oh, actually a retreat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You're not supported. All right, hill to hill. This will be 4 dice.
Horses are 2 hill to hill plus 1, so another 3.
Another 3. All right.
That's still nothing. All right. Hey, here's 3 back. Just 1.
All right. Not very Sparty.
I will coordinate an attack. Those 3. Okay. Start over here. What are we going to do?
Well, we're going to evade.
All right, 3 dice. Come on, give me a blue triangle. I got a blue triangle. Over here. What would they like to do?
I know what you're angling for. I don't think you're going to get it.
I'm saying a quick sky point up to the god of horse. Here's 2 dice. Give me a flag, baby. That's a flag. Alright. He will advance, move 1, battle again. So 2 dice on these. Another flag. Okay. He will advance there. Alright. And then the big boys here. Not sure if you got another first strike in there, but now's the time to use it. So here's
Right now.
4 dice.
Haven't reshuffled the deck yet.
That's true.
Oh, I should reshuffle the deck after Spartacus, shouldn't I?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. 4 dice plus leader. 2 hits. Alright. Here's leader check. Nope. And they will stay there.
Leadership, any section.
I will counterattack. I like that card, so we'll use the same. Alright. Start with the light bow. 1 die on your lights. Nothing. Auxilia to Auxilia. 3 dice.
Yep.
Hit.
2 dice back. A hit. And a retreat.
And we'll stand. We'll do same target, 3 dice plus leader this time. 1 hit.
Three dice back now. A hit.
And go 4 dice plus leader. Just 1.
4 dice back. Just 1. Oh, a retreat. Oh, no, you can ignore it.
Check that leader first.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can ignore it.
And I will take that retreat. Okay.
Of course, you took the retreat.
Of course it did. I sensed it.
All right. Six dice against that Auxilia with a leader.
Wow.
Four dice going uphill.
So 2 hits and a retreat. Do inspired left leadership. Go after the Auxilia there with 4 dice plus leader. Advance to there. Battle again with 4 dice plus leader. 2 hits, 2 retreats. And they will stand. And then this one will just throw a die at Antipater. Nothing.
Two on the left. Slinging stones at that cavalry. 2 dice. Got a hit.
Got a hit. Activate my light troops. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. These guys will throw a couple arrows down on the lights. 1 hit. And then throw a couple spears down on Antipater. Nothing.
Leadership, any section. This section here. Two dice going uphill.
Activate my medium troops.
Ruh-roh.
What would those lights like to do?
Evade.
4 dice looking for green circles. It's a great evade. Okay. Do 4 dice plus leader on the mediums. 2 hits. Let's do a leader check. He's fine, so 1 retreat you gotta take.
I will.
Okay. And do 4 dice on those auxilia. Nothing. Alright.
Trying to think how I'm going to pull this out. We'll do a double time. This group of units. Move over 1. They'll move over 2. Antipater will face off against Aegis. We'll do that one first. 5 dice. 1, 2, 3. And leader check. Aegis lives. I've committed. All right. 4 dice against those hoplites. 3.
Here is 4 back with leader. 2 hits, 1 retreat.
And for all the marbles, 3 dice.
Last attack of the series. No. Really?
Not over, folks.
Alright, here's 4 back with leader. 3 hits.
Good game. These cards.
Got 3 in the center. Let's use 3 in the center. Do 4 dice plus leader. There he is. Good game. Wow, that was tight.
That was bloody.
Man. I thought Geese was going to hold out, but everybody scattered to the winds over here, so I knew it was just a matter of time for Antipater says, "Hey, look at that guy over there. Let's get him." Let's make this official. So first game was Peter 7-2. Second game is Patrick 7-6. So you take it. Our final score for this battle, which was very bloody indeed. Peter has 13 total banners for the night. I have 9, so +4 for Peter, and that's how this one shook out. Let's talk about this scenario first. Any thoughts that you have about it? For it being the last of this entire Spartan hegemony journey that we took.
It's a good straight up fight. I think it's anyone's fight, and I think it's going to be bloody like it was. I think what we played out here, and especially in the second battle, is the norm, because none of us really had any spectacular cards or made any really spectacular plays. It was just grind, grind, grind.
Yeah, I think with the hills there, it is really incentivizing playing the flanks, working the flanks with the lights that are there, because you can really optimize at least some screening, some basic screening, or you can get, as I did here, I was able to get some good ranged attacks and just plink away and see what you get. And because you were not as well, I can't say that. You were aggressive on this flank. I was just repelling you at each one of these foothills, which was kind of nice. I got really lucky over here with managing to capture both your warriors and your medium cavalry on the hills there. So that trap. I did not want to use that mounted charge for that. I was really trying to save that in reserve for all of these blocks in the center because that's a 5 block of medium units there that I could have advanced forward when you started to get frisky in the center. But you have to adapt and use it when it calls for it, and that was a moment that I could possibly take out those 2 units, so I had to do that.
And as always, I got trapped into trying to set up the optimal clash of shields because I had that card from the start. So
Yeah, that
never
one.
quite never quite lined up though.
I would like to say that my spider sense was tingling and that I knew that you had it, but it was not that. It was just that I didn't want to be on the level ground with Antipater. I wanted to take that hill and have you reduced from 5 to 2. But it's lucky that I did. Let's see what else on this one. Yeah, I think it's to end the entire series on this is nice because it does harken back to just the fundamentals. You're playing the X's and the O's. Um, I think the unit. I think the side that gets the double time first and exploits that center is probably going to be in the best case. Although, I thought that was going to be the situation with me playing the Macedonians last time in the first game. The problem was I just rolled poorly, and that always sets you up for a counterattack because you're there and you just can't. There's nothing you can do but take it, and you just got some terrific wedge attacks there and split the center and just rolled them up and scattered them. So this one was really your night tonight. So I think it was great for you to end the whole series on this note. That being said, let's talk about the entirety of. I'm going to pull up some stats for this one. Or actually, I wrote some stats down. So now with Peter's victory on this one, having gotten 13 more banners, he ends with 7 total victories of the entire 26 battles tonight, and he's got 224 total banners captured, which is pretty good. I, however, have gotten 16 total victories, and so I won more on the whole. But tonight, with getting the 9 banners, I have 258 total banners for that. So overall, this was really my battle pack, and I think you mentioned that early on when when I was getting pretty hot streaks there. I think I won 3 or 4 nights in a row, and you're like, "Oh, this is your battle pack." So it did feel like that between the banners and just on the whole, winning outright. And we had 3 games that were ties, which was I think probably one of the fewest that we had because in most other ones we have several more ties where we just do as well as each other when we swap sides. Any big thoughts about the whole of the Spartan concept? And I made a couple of notes of things I liked, things that I was like, and I could talk about those momentarily. But do you have anything that you really liked or you were adverse to in this one?
Nothing I was adverse to. It was interesting to revisit some of these battles and indeed some of these troop choices from the earlier or initial game and packs. The hoplite rule is very interesting, and when it worked, it worked. But more often than not, I don't think we saw too many mounted cards used on the hoplites. A few, especially here in the end, not a whole lot of mounted cards got used on hoplites. It's the 5 bricks for the Spartans, always a nice advantage, but it never seemed insurmountable. Those 5 blocks always seemed to get the ones that got whittled down and were wound up in the casualty pile in the banner spots. So not a huge advantage for the Spartan player. I liked it. I like this expansion.
Yeah, yeah, me
It
too.
certainly they felt their roots. They played around with the format a little bit. Put in some interesting battles. That 3 banner battle, I'm forgetting which one it was. A few weeks back, that one was fun. Very tense. Nope, I like this pack.
Yeah, me too. And because I think it's just as far as classics go, comparatively speaking, I know more about the Roman Republic, the Roman Empire. That was always just something that I always enjoyed more. Uh, I know lesser about classical Greek civilization and the Peloponnese and the constant bickering between Athens and Sparta and the Argive and the Boeotians and everybody that we've seen throughout this. So this was a really nice spotlight across 330 years that we have come to see. So everyone got a little moment in the spotlight. Overall, it was mostly about the Spartans, but from a historical perspective, I am leaving this battle pack now knowing significantly more than I did before between the amount of research that I did and your wonderful storytelling capabilities. As far as what I really liked on this, this is why we've been friends for so long because we share many of the same mind traits. I really enjoy the concept of the hoplites and how they tweak that specifically for this battle pack. I love that they're activated with the mounted charge cards and the mounted cards. I think that is a wonderful little twist on that. It adds a lot of flexibility to this game, and I really like the 5 block Spartan specific block or units because as you said, exactly that. That's what I was going to say. If they're not insurmountable, you can certainly defeat them. You just got to hack on them a little longer, and you just got to whittle them down. So it really focuses your attack, or at least your approach, how you attack. You really got to double up on them and try to, get weaken them with the one punch, and then perhaps take them out with a leader attachment, so that you can then carry them off and try to attack in a secondary unit. As far as what I was less enthusiastic about in this one were you mentioned it's something you liked, and please do not misunderstand me. I love the battle pack as a whole. I'm just less enthused by those repeats. The fact that they retooled at least 2 of them that are just repeats straight out of the Greek and Eastern kingdoms with the modifications for the use of the hoplites. I understand that. I get it. I like that. The problem I have is just it seems a little cheesy. It's like, oh, here's battles you already know, kid, but here, try it this way. And it just seems a little. I mean, it's a little samey, but it's not a bad thing. I just was less enthusiastic about it because there was 2 opportunities or 3 opportunities, however many it was, that we did not have for more historical battles. To that end, I also was less enthusiastic about the amount of 3 and 4 banner small skirmish battles in this because it just seems like they sat down and went, what can we do with the modest amount of blocks here? And the reason we play this for the most part is to have big 7 and 8 banner battles. I know you can't do that for the whole thing, otherwise it would constantly just be hacking and slashing. That being said, it's not that I did not enjoy the one we talked about where it was 3 banners and we played it for almost an hour because it was a little mental chess match. But it just seemed like there were a lot of 3 and 4 banner small footprint battles in this one. It's like, okay, if I'm going to play this, I want to play more than just 30 minutes. I don't want it to be over with one bad set of dice, right?
Right, but in a given game night, I mean, obviously our situation here is unique where we've played every single one once a week, for however many, 150 weeks
Yeah,
of this.
yeah,
But, if you're playing on a game night, you want to play Commands and Colors, but you don't want to play all night, because you've got other games you want to play, those smaller battles are kind of nice.
sure,
So,
sure, yeah. I mean, they certainly fit the footprint for the audience that needs them. I think that's all I had. Were those were the only notes that I had specific to this. But overall, I think this one is second only to Rome versus the Barbarians for me as far as favorites. I really love that one just because there's so much and it's so many warriors and so many battle chariots and it's all kinds of neat stuff. And you got Julius Caesar again because that's just what you need for that battle pack. So that's my first love. Probably this comes in at a close second. What about you? Where does it rate?
I'd agree. I think I'm right with you.
I think it's perhaps that not that I don't mind dusty plains with hills. I like seeing forests and marshes and Central and Eastern European threats to Rome. It's just kind of fun. So, yes, let's look at the entirety now. Congratulations, first of all, to you, sir, and to everybody who has stuck with us now for all of this time. We have now officially completed 131 games, well, times two, of Commands and Colors Ancients from the very first Scenario 1, Akragas, all the way up to Megalopolis tonight. There is still room, and I do want to apologize. We have yet to coordinate the epic. We will have an epic game, and we will invite many of you who submitted your contest entries. I still have that. So we are going to organize one, and we will have Peter as one field general versus I, and we will have 6 lucky players. And we will do that because it is available to us here in Vassal. So we are going to still coordinate that. I think where we go from here is to go back and perhaps polish up some of those. We've talked about it previously. We'll go through and polish up the first games again. Now, that'll give us a chance to create sort of a tutorial atmosphere for those. But having completed 131 games of this, I'm showing on my side, Peter, the Excel spreadsheet, which you'll see on the video. The final total for everybody, for all the games, Peter has won 64, I have won 56, and we have had 11 ties. So, congratulations, the laurel crown goes to you, having become the master of all the ancients in combat. The final banner total was Peter has 1,280 and I have 1,267. So after 131 games, I managed to keep it within 13 banners. And at one point, I'm showing that you had, I think the widest gap between us was 77 banners, and that was way back at the end of the Barbarian Battle Pack. So it has been a grind through the Roman Civil Wars, through Imperial Rome, all the way up to to this battle pack to bring it back within 13. So I think that is a wonderful testament to how balanced this game is. And if you are playing the whole thing, it's a marathon. Huh? See what I did there? Marathon? Huh?
Oh,
And not a sprint. Okay. Anyway, we want to thank each and every one of you for watching this. This has been a lot of fun for us, but we are going to move on. We're going to, like I said, we're going to revisit some of the ancient stuff just to polish it up. We will not be competing there, but our next battle is, our next pack is, what do you want to do? Do you want to do medieval, which would be a natural progression of this? Unfortunately, it only has the base game. We're still waiting on the expansions to come out for that. Or we could go over and do samurai commands and colors. So I will leave that choice to you, sir, because you've been my willing volunteer for 3 years now.
well, like the meme says, why not both?
Why not both? We could. Wow, I like the way you think, sir. We could certainly do both and intersperse them. So, yeah, maybe we'll do 1 week on and 1 week off. That's a fantastic idea. Man, I paid him to say that. We want to invite everyone, now that we are completely done with this, to go back and watch any of these videos, of course. But right now, if you would leave your comments down in this below, and if you're just now joining us on the last night, that's okay. We got plenty for you to go back and watch. But do click that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you will see all of this stuff that we are planning to go forward with. And also click that notification bell, because that will tell you when I drop these videos, which for the most part end up on the weekends. And Peter, my good friend, thank you so much for this. This has been pretty glorious to take a trip through time with you, even though for the most part you have bested me on the field of combat.
Well, thank you for inviting me. This has been great. It's been a whole lot of fun.
And everyone out there, thank you again. We look forward to seeing you with the next series. So until next time, have a good one.
Good night.